3 seconds can change the way you see the world. 3 seconds can ignite a vision so powerful it reshapes history. This is the story of a man who understood that armies conquer land, but knowledge conquers time, a visionary who set out to build the greatest library his era would ever know. After the death of Alexander the Great, the world was restless. Empires fractured, borders shifted, and uncertainty ruled. Many leaders focused on survival, on military strength, on securing power before it slipped through their fingers. But one ruler looked at the chaos and saw something different. He saw a rare opportunity not to dominate with force, but to lead with foresight. His name was Ptolemy I, and his ambition was unlike anything the ancient world had ever witnessed. Ptolemy understood a hard truth most rulers ignored: power fades, kingdoms fall, and monuments crumble, but knowledge endures. Ideas outlive emperors. Wisdom travels farther than armies ever could. While others asked how to expand territory, Ptolemy asked a deeper question: how do you gather the mind of the world in one place? The problem was enormous. Knowledge was scattered across continents, locked in fragile scrolls, guarded by private collectors, buried in distant lands, written in languages few could read. Every civilization held pieces of truth, but no one had ever dared to assemble them all. The task was risky, expensive, and unprecedented. Critics said it was impossible. Advisors warned it would drain resources. Others mocked the idea of investing in books when swords seemed more urgent. But visionaries don't ask what is easy, they ask what is necessary. Ptolemy chose Alexandria as the heart of his dream. A city positioned at the crossroads of cultures, trade, and ideas, he imagined a place where every thought worth preserving could live together. Not a library for prestige, but a living engine of human progress. And so he acted decisively. He funded scholars, translators, scribes, mathematicians, astronomers, physicians, philosophers, anyone whose mind could contribute to the collective intelligence of humanity. Ships arriving in Alexandria were searched not for weapons, but for books. Any manuscript found was copied meticulously. The originals were kept, preserved, honored, while copies were returned. Knowledge became the city's most valuable currency. Agents were sent across the known world to acquire text, science, medicine, history, poetry, religion, mathematics. No culture was dismissed. No idea was deemed unworthy of examination. But the true brilliance of Ptolemy's vision wasn't accumulation, it was cultivation. He understood that knowledge alone is powerless unless minds are free to challenge it. Within the library of Alexandria, debate flourished, ideas collided, assumptions were questioned, discoveries were made. Scholars calculated the circumference of the Earth, advanced medicine, mapped the stars, and laid foundations for sciences that would shape humanity for centuries. This wasn't just a building filled with scrolls, it was a sanctuary for curiosity, a declaration that thinking mattered, a place where the future was quietly being written one idea at a time. And here lies the deeper lesson: Ptolemy wasn't remembered because he ruled Egypt. He was remembered because he invested in something larger than himself. He built a legacy that no enemy could easily destroy because it lived in minds, not walls. Too often, people measure success by what they can take, by what they control, by how loudly they are noticed. But history remembers those who give humanity tools to grow. Ptolemy teaches us that real leadership is about stewardship, protecting what matters long after you're gone. Think about your own life for a moment. What are you building? Are you only reacting to today's pressures? Or are you creating something that will matter tomorrow? Are you chasing recognition? Or are you cultivating wisdom? Every great transformation begins when someone chooses long-term impact over short-term comfort. The Library of Alexandria reminds us that vision is not passive dreaming, it is disciplined action guided by belief. Ptolemy didn't wait for permission. He didn't wait for certainty. He invested boldly, knowing that knowledge multiplies when shared. He trusted that empowering minds would strengthen his kingdom more than fear ever could. And though the physical library would eventually fade, its influence never did. Its spirit echoes in every university, every research center, every place where ideas are preserved and shared. One man's vision became humanity's inheritance. This story isn't just ancient history, it's a challenge. You don't need a crown to be a visionary. You don't need an empire to build a legacy. You only need the courage to value knowledge, to nurture ideas, and to create spaces real or symbolic where growth can happen. Your library might be a classroom, a business, a community, a channel, a platform, or a single mind you inspire to think differently. Ask yourself, what knowledge are you collecting? What ideas are you protecting? What future are you quietly building when no one is watching? Because the greatest contributions are rarely loud, they are patient, intentional, and enduring. Ptolemy's life reminds us that true immortality is earned not by how long your name is spoken, but by how long your ideas continue to shape the world. Build wisely. Think boldly. Invest in what lasts. And if this story sparked something in you, if it reminded you of the power of vision, learning, and legacy, then take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs inspiration today, and subscribe to the channel for more stories that fuel ambition, purpose, and growth. Keep building your library. The world needs what you're creating.